We've got former Chief Justice Frank Williams here in the kitchen with us here. And before we get to cooking here, unfortunately, we want to talk about an issue something that, it's not pleasant.
No, it isn't.
You've been involved in the news the last couple of months in the middle of a messy divorce.
Yes.
You took an interest, and correct me if I'm wrong, just give everybody an overview. You had a female driver. You took an interest in their family. There was a divorce proceeding that started.
Right.
A husband accused you basically of being the wedge between the two of them.
Right.
Where does the case stand, and what are your feelings on this?
Well, there's been a resolution, at least temporarily for them, as far as some issues on the way to a final divorce. But this has been, as you indicated, very painful for me and my family and the court. It's been a distraction, and actually so unnecessary, because it was the father who asked me to be the godfather of this little girl, and unfortunately it's the little girl that suffered here, who's 6.5 years old, because she did not become the issue as she should be, concerned for her and her welfare. So we were brought into it, my wife and I. It's been very personal and so unnecessary, Vince. So I'm hoping at this Christmas season and the new year, things will work out for them, the entire family, and also for us, and that there can be some peace here.
Do you have any contact with the family, whether it be the husband or the wife or the child at all at this point?
Not at this time, not at this point. But I hope at some point I can get to see this child, who my wife Virginia and I have come to love, not having children of our own, and we did sort of take them under our wing as we took the child under our wing as the godfather.
Okay. Well,
actually, I'd much rather be here than on the Tim White Show, if the truth be known.
Well, we'll move on to a much more pleasant subject. Thank you for discussing it. Let's talk about what we're cooking today, which is the scalloped potatoes.
Yes, Harvest Gold potatoes from the New York Times several years ago. It's not for the faint of heart, because it's loaded with calories. But this is the holiday season, right?
And
so
if you're going to eat, you might as well do it right.
So let's go over the ingredients for the potatoes, which we're going to slice thinly on a mandolin. We'll get to that in this next segment. Salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese. Then as far as the sauce is concerned, chicken bouillon with some sage, onion powder, garlic powder, some heavy cream, and some half and half. And that comes to a simmer, and then we pour that on 3 layers of the potatoes that we're going to do in the interregnum of your show.
All right, super. We're going to start that in the next segment.
Yes.
Sound good?
Good.
All right, super. Back to you guys.
All right. I have my new favorite whisk here. This is pretty cute. I like this. Where'd you get this?
I got that at some kitchen store. They sell them. They're pretty common.
Very nice, with the little rainbow whisk
in all
here.
sizes, too.
Very neat. Hey, what did you do over here,
All right,
Judge?
we're starting the sauce. We put in the heavy cream and the sage and the chicken bouillon cube.
Can I use my favorite whisk?
Yes, you can. Please.
So we just kind of mix that all together.
That's right. And then you want to add the half and half when you get a sec.
Now, how come we wanted to do heavy cream and half and half?
Because that makes a thick sauce as the potatoes, the thin sliced potatoes are baking in the oven.
Isn't that cool? How much do I put in of the half and half? The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. That's 2 cups to 1 cup of heavy cream. You can substitute the heavy cream and use 2% milk.
Oh, okay.
But as long as it thickens up in the cooking process, the baking process.
Now, what kind of potatoes are you using for these?
These are russets, but almost any potato will work.
Very nice.
Yellow, Yukons.
What about red potatoes? Are they a little too soft? Or?
Yeah, they're a little too soft.
Okay.
Baking potatoes are really the best.
All right.
And then when we get to cook, you and Vince and me, we're going to slice some on this mandolin, and then we're going to layer them with salt and pepper and some Parmesan cheese. 3 layers, that's all we need.
Mandolin's not just for music. You know what I'm
saying?
We'll be back in here in the kitchen in just a second. For now, though, foxprovidence.com is the place to go for the recipe and ingredients. Over to you guys.
All right, guys, still to come.
Yeah, only because it's...
Welcome back to the Road Show Kitchen, and former Chief Justice Frank Williams giving instructions to the lovely Elizabeth Hopkins
I was just asking him
on how to slice
on
and
the mandolin.
potatoes.
I've never done it on the mandolin before.
Try
This is
one.
great. All right,
Try
let's
it.
see.
Try it.
I thought this
Keep
was
your
cool,
hand-
this thing here.
Yeah, keep it pressed down.
All right, and push?
to the right and back.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh, easy.
Whoa.
All right.
Easy there.
I almost
kiddo.
passed it over to you, Vince, right?
And
They're
back.
not hockey
and then
pucks.
back. There you go.
Oh, look at
Keep
that.
going.
Yeah.
But you need to use this safety device or you're going to lose those beautiful
Right.
nails.
Right.
Right?
That's
all
Now,
right.
why don't you begin to layer some? Overlay
right.
and
All
3
right.
layers. That's all we're going to do. Vince, you can
3
do the
layers.
salt and pepper here.
Okay.
And put some Parmesan cheese over
On
it.
top of the,
On top of that
potatoes?
after your salt and pepper.
All right. Well, when she gets
And
done,
you
then
wanna
we'll
o-
pass it
that's
over
right.
here.
Then you
Now
overlap.
this is let's make this clear to everybody at home. This is not the low-cal version of
No.
the scalloped
Right, right.
potatoes.
But listen,
No.
it's the holidays. You work in an extra spin class or whatever you're going to
That's
do,
right.
and you make up for
That's
it.
right.
And
That's
we
what
don't
do.
we don't have to take the skin off the potatoes because that's the healthiest part.
Well, I do
Sure.
like that, yeah.
And a tasty
So-
part as well. I happen to like.
I
the
never
scallop.
met a potato I didn't like anyway.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You know, Courtney Caligiero is asking, what would you serve this with at your house, Judge?
Almost anything: chicken, beef, Christmas dinner,
Sure.
New Year's Day, New Year's Eve,
Ham.
Okay, ham.
Oh, yeah, ham.
It's
That's
very
actually,
versatile.
That's great, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
we're
for
gonna-
any holiday, really, it's
Now, is that a
And-
coarse grain salt that he's using, kosher salt?
it's
or?
kosher salt, which is great for this kind of dish. Don't
Mm-hmm.
use kosher salt when you're baking. Use the thin salt.
A little
then-
bit of pepper.
And a little bit of pepper. And,
And
now
then
you're
it's-
going to just sprinkle about half of that. It's half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
And you want to, because you'll have another layer to go. And then
Oh, yeah, there is a lot of work to do
yeah,
here.
let's go.
No, we
Let's
got
go.
we got
You want
time.
to try this
Yeah, I'll
again?
do it again. I'll do
All
it
right.
again. It's kind of fun.
All right, keep it going.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
You know,
Good.
once you get the first one, it's kind of easy.
Yep, keep going.
All right. Now, does it matter that they're all differently shaped, or is that
No,
okay?
it does not. And you're
Yeah.
overlapping them, and that's the safe way to go, the long ones, because of that safety device that you're using.
So I'll put another layer here,
Yep,
and
overlap.
this is very easy to do.
Yep.
Now, tell me a little bit about what your favorite holiday foods are.
Well, I
Do
like.
you like to serve this the
I do.
scalloped
I do.
potatoes?
I like potatoes. I like all kinds of potatoes, and I like ham.
You know, my mother used
With
to
a-
refer to potatoes as a filler. They're a good filler. You know what I mean?
Well,
as
they're-
a side dish.
Well, they are, and they're loaded with carbs
Right.
and starch. So
That's
you've
right.
got to be discreet when you have them. But I like ham with a nice marsala glaze on it.
Ooh,
And-
very nice.
Or a stuffed a bird, a capon, or a chicken or turkey. That works. That works well.
Yeah, really. I mean, and this goes with just about anything, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And
And it's
Now-
great. And it's great the next day for leftovers. Heat that up in a microwave.
You know what
Yeah.
else I love is what's really funny is that a lot of times there are lots of foods that are convenience foods, you know, like pancake mix and scalloped potatoes that you can just grab off the store shelf, and you almost forget, hey, I can make this on my
Sure,
own.
it's
I
pretty
can make
simple.
this from
Correct.
scratch, and it is pretty easy.
correct.
Yeah, Vince, step up.
Vince,
You're
Vince
next.
is doing his thing.
I'm doing
here.
my thing.
Now I
Salt
know
and
we
pepper.
haven't done
Salt and
Well,
what would you call that? A sauce?
Since our last break, we were simmering the sauce, and we're
Okay.
going to pour that on and put a little herb de Provence on it, mixed
Wow,
herbs,
so
French
fancy.
herbs,
Oh, yeah.
and then go ahead.
Now, Judge,
Good,
we only have
good.
about 1 minute left, so
Yes.
how would you feel about eschewing the third layer and just going ahead and putting this on? Would that be okay, or do you think we should really do the last layer?
Well, yeah, but we need it. We
All
need
right,
the last
okay.
layer. We can do it quickly.
All right, so
And then you can pour that on it.
Okay.
Just do that quickly.
now will we put another layer of salt, pepper, and Parmesan
nope,
cheese?
Nope, just the layer of the sauce
Okay.
and herb de Provence,
Mm-hmm.
and in the oven.
All right, and I'm just going to
Okay.
do one more. Vince, you
Yep.
want to get started on that?
Yep.
I'll put a little bit.
Good.
There we go.
Excellent.
Splash it over
Yeah.
one more time. This is the quick
Yes,
version.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
Now, how long will we put
Okay.
this in
A
the oven
1 hour,
for?
375. This is not a very hot oven. We'll have to talk to Rebecca about that.
Okay.
All right,
we-
well,
And get it.
Rebecca would be our executive producer.
That's
Yes.
right. So you're
Ready?
going to pop it in.
Pop it in. 375 for 1 hour.
For
but
1
keep
hour,
an eye
right?
keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Just to make sure you don't overdo it.
Great.
Okay. So what are you
Okay,
looking
good.
for? A little bit of brownish at the
A little
top?
brownish at the top. You'll
Okay.
know, and it's going to bubble.
Well, I
Great.
tell you who's going to know. Our interns, when they get to taste this in
They
about
are.
in a little bit left. I think we
You're
do
always the
have
first.
one
Yes.
one
we do.
already made.
Real
You
quick.
got it?
So I'm
Good,
going to pull
good.
this
Because we
out.
got to get the Michelle
Right there,
Muscatello.
right there. There it is.
That's right. And I'm
There
going
it is.
to I'm going
Put
to go ahead.
some of these on it.
Okay.
Put some of those on it, Vince, please.
Michelle, It's a cold day outside.
That's it,
Scalloped
that's it.
potatoes warm you up a little bit, huh?
Enough.
Good.
All right,
Perfect comfort
thank you.
food for a Monday morning,
You know what?
right?
That's the best way to describe it. Comfort food. That's exactly what this is.
And it'll warm you right